Okay, let's get right to it. What really makes a meal healthy? We're bombarded with advice all the time, right? But what if I told you the real answer isn't some super long list of complicated rules? It's actually a pretty simple, balanced approach. So let's unlock it together. I mean, you've been there, haven't you? Just staring down at your plate, totally swimming in all this advice, and just feeling kind of lost. It's a feeling we all get, but believe me, the solution is so much simpler than you might think. So let's just forget all those complicated rules for a second. At its very core, healthy eating is just about giving your body the exact fuel it needs to really, truly thrive. Think of it this way. We're talking about empowering your body, not restricting what's on your plate. It's a total mindset shift. All right, so to really get a grip on what our bodies need, we've got to simplify things. Let's boil it way down. Forget about the hundreds of different nutrients for a moment. All the food we eat, it basically has just three main jobs. That's it, just three. And here they are. First up, job number one, energy. This is the fuel for everything, moving, thinking, just living your life. It comes from carbs and fats in foods like cereals. Then we've got job number two, bodybuilding. This is all about protein, for growth and repair. You'll find that in things like pulses. And finally, job number three, protection. This is like your body's internal shield, and it's powered by all the vitamins and minerals you get from fruits and veggies. So remember these three: energy, building, and protection. That's pretty much the whole game plan right there. Okay, so if those are the three big jobs, then what are the tools we use to get them done? Well, that's where our nutrition toolkit comes in. And it's built on 5 and only 5 fundamental food groups that have everything we need. Yep, that's the magic number, 5. Seriously, everything our body needs falls into one of these 5 simple categories. If you can just get a handle on these 5, you can build a balanced meal pretty much anytime, anywhere. So you ready? Let's meet them. All right, first up, group 1. This is our main energy source: cereals, grains, and all their products. We're talking about things like rice, wheat, and raw ghee. These are really the foundation, giving us the carbs that fuel all our daily activities. Next up, we've got the bodybuilders: pulses and legumes. Think about dal, rajma, soybean. These guys are absolute powerhouses of protein, and that protein is crucial for growth and repair, especially if you're on a vegetarian diet. Now for group 3. This one kind of works together with the others. It's milk, egg, and meat products. This group gives us another amazing source of high-quality protein, plus that all-important calcium for strong bones. So this is where you find milk, paneer, and of course, chicken and eggs. Okay, time for our protective shield. Group 4 is fruits and vegetables. Simple, right? Things like mango, spinach, carrots, they deliver all those essential vitamins, minerals, and fiber our bodies absolutely need to fight off illness and just stay healthy and strong. And last but not least, group 5, fats and sugars. Now, think of these as the specialists in your toolkit. They give you a really concentrated burst of energy, but the key word here is concentrated. A little bit goes a very long way, which is why they're a small, but still important, part of the whole picture. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Within these groups, tiny choices can make a huge difference. Let's take cereals, for example. Choosing a whole cereal over a refined one, like whole wheat flour instead of maida, that's not just some minor health tweak. You're getting way more fiber and B vitamins, which are amazing for your digestion. So the takeaway here is super simple. Unrefined is almost always the way to go. And you know what? It's the exact same story with sweeteners. Swapping plain old white sugar for something like jaggery, it might seem like a small thing, right? But what you're really doing is trading empty calories, that's energy with zero other benefits, for something that actually gives you iron, which is so important for your body. It's such a simple swap for a massive nutritional win. Okay, so we've got our 5 food groups. We know our tools. But the big question is, how much of each do we actually need? Well, for that, we need a blueprint. And that blueprint is the food pyramid. The logic behind the pyramid is actually incredibly simple. It's all about the shape. See the wide part at the bottom? That's for things like cereals and grains. That should be the biggest part of your diet. And as you go up towards the narrow top where you find fats and sugars, your portions should get smaller and smaller. It's basically a perfect visual guide for portion control. So we've got the blueprint. Now let's get practical. How do we take this idea of a pyramid and turn it into the perfect plate of food? And not just any plate, but one that works for you and your family, day in and day out. Okay, and this part is super important. You have to realize there's no such thing as a one-size-fits-all perfect meal. It just doesn't exist. Your needs are totally different based on your age, your job, what season it is. I mean, think about it. A construction worker is going to need way more energy than someone working in an office, right? And growing kids, their nutrient needs are on a whole different level than an adult's. And I want to bust a big myth right now. Eating healthy does not have to be expensive. Not at all. You can build amazing balanced meals on a budget by just being a little smart about it. Tip 1, always go for seasonal foods. They're fresher and they're almost always cheaper. And 2, look for those clever, less expensive swaps. Like, instead of cashews, why not go for grown nuts for that protein punch? Or swap out paneer for soy nuggets sometimes. Small changes, big savings. It's funny. Sometimes the best solutions have been hiding in plain sight all along. Just think about classic meals like dal rice or khichdi or idli sambar. There's a scientific reason these combinations are timeless. When you mix a cereal with a pulse, you actually create what's called a complete protein. That means you're getting all the essential building blocks your body needs, all in one go. And this isn't a new discovery. This wisdom has been baked into our food culture for generations. Honestly, this is the part I find so cool. Modern nutritional science isn't really inventing anything new here. It's often just confirming the incredible wisdom that our traditional diets already figured out. These amazing food combinations, they're literally the result of the collective wisdom of our society passed down over years. They just work. So, after all that, what does it all boil down to? What is a balanced diet? It's simply this: a meal that makes sure to include something from all 5 of those food groups. That's how you give your body everything it needs. It's as simple and as powerful as that. And that brings me to my final and maybe most important question. And this one's for you. Think about your very next meal, the next thing you're going to eat. What's one small change, one tiny swap or addition you can make to bring that plate just a little bit closer to balance?